How's your weekend been? Good to have you here. Oh, I'm so excited. How's your weekend? Happy new month, everyone. Happy new month. It's been wonderful since the new year started. You know, I've been following through on my goals. I had, for those that have been following me, you know that we had five core goals: spiritual, health goals, relationship, personal, and what do I finance and finance. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about health. For some people, most of this thing, like I said, came up as a result of people asking questions on what do I need to do, health, what are the things I'm supposed to talk about on my health and all that. So we're talking about health goals today, and we'll just be looking at the good health, what it takes, what it is now, good health, healthy lifestyle as against longevity, as in staying, living long, and what we need to do basically. Some of us already know, some don't. And so, YEWANDE is bringing it to you, so that we can all put minds, rub minds together on what to do. Because the rate of death nowadays, that's another thing, is on the increase, and some of these things can easily be avoided. So we'll talk about health, good health, and what we need to do. Like I said, some of us already know. So, dictionary meaning of health is the complete well-being of both mental and physical state. So when you are mentally unstable, it's also a health problem. When you're physically unstable, it's also a health problem. Hello, thank you for joining me. Thank you, you're welcome. Okay, so what do we need to do? Okay, there is a saying that says health is wealth. And why do they say that? Even if you have all the money in the world and you are not okay physically and mentally, then you'd rather exchange all your health with somebody that is physically stable. Okay, and we need to look into this because our having a good health will affect anything that we do this year. If we need to get things done this year, good health is one of the things that will really help us this year. So, and then prevention can be better than cure. A lot of you know that I'm in the wellness industry, and you know it's better, far better to prevent, because you know when the disease comes, when the sicknesses come, it's far more expensive, than preventing it. But a lot of people do not appreciate that, and so when I get to talk to people, and people they begin to say, oh, Andy, there's nothing, I'm fine, I've not been to the hospital, there's really nothing. They don't know that the fact that they've not been to the hospital is a very good thing. A lot of people keep going to the hospital every day, go to the hospital regularly. So the fact that you're not going to the hospital is enough reason to thank God for, because you are healthy. Okay? And for people that, as we go along the way, you will know whether you really need to check yourself, because that's part of the goal. I expect you, everyone that comes to my live session, to have a health goal on the things that you need to do this year. You need to check yourself. So I heard of someone last week that just dropped dead while we're talking. Those things should not catch us unawares. Of course, I know that there are some situations where, you know, one or two things happen out that is not within your control. But for health reasons, a lot of them are within our control. And as we go along, you will see that as well. So what do I mean? What is good health? Good health is centered around handling stress and living a long and active long life. Okay? When I was growing up, I grew up in I'll say, village with my grandmother. So we used to go to the farm, we eat fresh food, we, when you are thirsty, it is water you drink, water. Thirsty, it is water that you get to drink. We take a lot of fruit, less of soft drink and, alcohol, eat fresh basically. And then Then people were living healthier, they were living longer. We had less diseases in the world. Then I'm talking about in the 80s and again, a bit of 90s, you know, we were eating fresh things, especially this part of the world where I come from, Africa, Nigeria to be precise. We had more fresh food, organic food, food that we grow. Agriculture was in then until we felt that we were becoming very developed and we needed to add a lot of things to what we were eating. So that was then. And then there was not so much of sickness around. Of course, there were some, but it wasn't this much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. You're welcome, everyone. So now, what do we see around? And I look around, I see even little children. I'm sorry, I'm not against anybody's company, anybody's business, but we need to be more frank with ourselves and be more real with ourselves nowadays. You see, children, every day people are taking drinks. Every day people are taking soft drinks. People are taking alcohol. People are taking, fast food, getting addicted to fast food. We say, yeah, we are working 24 hours or 9 to 9, and we don't get to eat real food. When we get addicted to fast food, obesity is on the increase. People that are planting for commercial purposes, not like it was when I was in my grandfather's farm that we just plant it and they will grow it. Now there's pesticide, there's so much of fertilizer going into our food. There's so much of imported food coming in. And when food are going to be imported, a lot of things that are being imported, they need to be preserved. So we have preservative in the food that also affects us one way or the other. So although we think that we're being modernized and we have more money, we get to do a lot of things, but like some of us were using our hands to buy our money to buy problems. Let me just put it like that. Let's be frank. A lot of us like we're using our money to buy problems, because you cannot be giving a little child soft drink every day and then you say the person has eventually when he grows up has diabetes. We're beginning to see that. Like I said, I'm in the wellness industry now, so I have people that have little children, 10 years old, 12 years old, having diabetics. you know it is born out of all these things that we're doing. And I'm here to also, for us to see things as it is. We cannot be feeding ourselves with germs, we and our children, and expect everything to still be fine. Okay? So we need to look into this thing. According to the World Health Organization, the top 10 causes of death in the world, 9 of them has to do with health. 9, only one that has to do with road accidents, all those things. 9 has to do with health, and majority of them are preventable. So Yewande is coming here on reality check. You need to have health goals this year on what you need to do. Healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. I know some people already know what they're supposed to do, but I've come to remind you, because we need to be healthy as we go into this year. Okay, so also there's a research, Harvard University did a research, and they see that there's a correlation between having a healthy lifestyle and living longer. Okay, so like I said, some people die earlier because of one reason or the other, but majority die because of health issues that can be cured. Having a healthy lifestyle correlates to longevity of life. Okay, I know that faith-based people say we pray and all that. Yes, we pray, but we need to do our own part. So I know people also write resolution, I want to lose weight this year. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about living a healthy lifestyle, having a form of discipline on yourself, on your family. One of my one of my health goals this year is that my family is going to eat more healthier food. We're going to be healthier this year. You know, so if I stock my house with fruits and vegetables, yeah, my kids have no choice. So we need to begin to look at all those things. So, and like I said, for us to do well this year financially in different areas, we need to be well, mentally and physically. So 5 things 5 major things that I'm just going to bring out. I'm not going to bore us today, but it's just to jot your mind and memory. 5 major things we need to look at that embodies a lot of things concerning healthy lifestyle. The first one that we cannot run away from is healthy diet. Healthy diet. And for the past 2 3 years, 2 years plus that I've been into this wellness industry, when you tell people that you need to have a healthy lifestyle, you need to change. He said, I'm already addicted to this, I already love it. And I'm like, okay, if that works for you. But if the doctor tells you, don't do this or you will die, then you see a lot of people conforming to it. But we do not want to prevent. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for this coming online. Thank you, Alex. A lot of us do not want to prevent. Living a healthy life can guarantee you, outside all things being equal, can guarantee you longevity. And you know that you can have you can be well enough to do all the things that you want to do. Healthy diet is one of the 5 key things that can help you live a longer and active life. So fresh food, fruits and vegetables, very, very important. Do you have vegetables? Do you take a lot of them, or do you say, like I said, based on when I talked about my intro, that I grew up in my grandma's village, as in my village, and we're eating fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. There was less diseases then. We had less diseases. So now we cannot say because we have all the money, we'll be buying all the things that will not help our health. So if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, if you don't like fruit, they can make smoothie for you. You can make smoothie for yourself. You can juice the fruit. It is very important that we take fruit and vegetables. Those are natural things that help to grow our immune system, and they help us to prevent diseases. I cannot overemphasize it. Omega 3 fatty acids, very, very key. That's fish oil. A lot of times we can't get it right now but we can't get it right now in the food that we eat, for most of the food that we eat. So we eventually have to go get the supplements, nutrients and all that. So it is very key that we begin to look at supplementing our diet as well, because most of the things that we're eating have pesticide, fertilizer, and a lot of preservatives in them that are also harmful to our bodies. It is very, very important that we have a healthy diet. We need to draw up plans, goals, intentionally, to be healthy this year. Because as we grow older, a lot of things happen. And that's why someone says, oh, I've been fine all my life. Now I'm a bit above 40 and it's like everything is coming out to me. It's not that you've been fine, it's just that they've been storing up. The toxins have been storing up. Yes, fizzy drinks, we need to cut them out. And it is a conscious effort, because if you are not disciplined enough, every day promotions are being made. Every day things are coming up that will even make you buy them and store them up in your house. But hey, what is the health benefit of these things? Just like it was before when I was growing up, like I said, when you are thirsty, what you need to take is water. The fact that you have soft drinks around, fizzy drinks around, does not mean you should take them. Now, Yewande is not saying that you should not indulge once in a while, but you should not now make it a lifestyle. It is killing us, guys. It is killing us. And it's part of the reasons why I said, okay, I need to come and talk to us about this, because I keep hearing a lot of things that could have been prevented. So soft drinks, not eating healthy, a lot of processed food, processed meat, anything processed. I repeat again, I am not condemning anybody's food, but I'm just saying that as it is, based on research, processed food, have a lasting effect on our body. Negatively. So you can take snacks, I put them down. You can take some of these things. You can indulge sometimes. So sugar sweetened beverages. Well, I love. I have sweet tooth. It's supposed to be a good thing, right? But the way that leads to health is broad. The way that leads to health and diseases is very broad, and a lot of people are just passing through. and the one that leads to good health is very narrow. You have to make a conscious effort to have good health. Like I said, in the 70s and 80s, people were more in Nigeria that I'm aware of, because of agriculture, I guess. People were more conscious of what they were eating, or maybe they did not even know about all these things. But now, a lot of industries have even brought their businesses to Nigeria, because we have the numbers. We eat a lot of junks, and we are indulging. So a lot of them are here. Only you can make those decisions. Nobody can make the decisions for you to be healthy. But based on the research that has been shown, it says a good diet, healthy diet, goes a long way in elongating our lives, longevity of life. So even though you're not seeing anything now, it stores up. When you eat junk, it stores up. Remember, if a car is going to um, malfunction, it's not going to be immediately. You will not service. Okay, that reminds me, a long time ago when I first had my first car, for a whole year I did not service the car. I know some people will laugh at me, but I had no clue. I didn't know what the effect until the engine knocks. That's what they say, it knocks. The same thing will happen to the body. For a long time, you do not service your body, you do not eat good food, you do not feed it well, you don't change the oil, you don't take fatty acid, you clog it with a lot of things. What do you expect to happen? You will not be praying, you will not be under pressure to pray that people should not come, that diabetics should not come. This year, 2020, I think we should have everything. I'm doing that, and I'm also sharing with you that you should have a rethink about this. We cannot be feeding our family with junk, okay, and expect a miracle to happen, okay? So, healthy diet is very, very key. It is very key that we have vegetables, fruits, nuts, vegetables, fruits, nuts, omega fatty acid, those are the healthy food. Go do your research. What are the things around you that you can eat? I know that, of course, some of the fruits, of course, are made with a lot of non-organic things. So, but the fact that they are even eating fruit is still better than those that are not eating at all. So let's inculcate fruits and vegetables into our diet. I cannot overemphasize this. I've realized that a lot of I had hormonal issues for a long time until I changed my diet, and by itself, my body began to I began to feed my body with the right nutrients, with the right vitamins, and of its own, the body began to function well. So whatever it is that you have, if you don't have anything, the more reason why you should prevent it, so that you don't have it. Because by the time you have all these diseases, it's always more expensive, and it's not funny, you know. So Yewande is coming to encourage us on that tonight. Another thing that we need to do, okay, there, our God, we need to go to it's part of what I need to add to healthy diet. We need to clear our gut, our colon. So if you're not going to the toilet regularly, at least 2 or 3 times in a day, you need to look at it. You don't say, I some people are very, I'm like, no, no, no. I don't go to the toilet often. They think it's a thing of a pride. The body is not designed to hold waste. So when we eat, and a lot of us eat, you eat every day, and you do not think you should go to the toilet every day, please have a think. You should. You should get the waste out. So take a lot of water, take probiotics, and get the waste out of your body. It is very, very important. These things are things that can lead to stroke. I knew of somebody that gave a testimony that could not go to the toilet for 3 weeks. It was stroke. The person went straight into stroke. So we need to work on it. Every one of us, it is in our hands this year. More healthy food, healthy diet, fruits and vegetables. Set aside a lot of the fizzy drinks and the soft drinks, and let's be more health conscious. You can indulge once in a while, but let's not make it a lifestyle. Okay? And it is an intentional thing. You want to be healthy this year, it's all in your hands. Another key thing that can lead to longevity of life, which is a healthy lifestyle, is a healthy physical activity. Physical activity, like I said, a lot of us, I used to be, you know, in that shoe. You go to work 9 to 9 or 7 to 7 or whatever. Go to work, you stay all day. Some people will sit down all day. You are doing mental work, and then your body, you don't move around. You move from one AC car to AC office and you think that it is life you're enjoying. It's good. It's a good thing. But if you're, for example, you live in your office is a two-story, a 20-story building or 12 or 10, you could decide to walk down the stairs. Exercise is very important. Some of us know these things, but we don't do them. So, I will also still teach you how you can go about it. You can set alarms. Set alarms. After 1 hour or 2 hours of sitting down, just alarm says, take a walk. Alarm says, drink water. Alarm says, do this. You need to make a deliberate effort to be healthy this year. You need to do exercises. Stand up, stretch. A lot of us have backaches, back pains, because of the way we're sitting, we sit down, and the way we rest on our body, we don't support our body. We need to do all these things so that we can be much more healthier this year and spend less in the hospital. I know some people that, because the fact that they have insurance, health insurance, you don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. You can prevent it. There's so many things that we can prevent. So stepping around, walk around. I remember, and some of us, when you go, you want to take a cab and let it drop you. Even it could drop you in front of your bedroom, if you don't mind. All these things are things that are causing, they're causing part of the problem. Are part of the problem. I remember most of the time when I travel, the bus stations or the stations are not too far from you. You take a walk. Why is it that when we travel, for those that travel, you can walk from the bus stop to your house. But when you now come here, you cannot. The cab has to drop you in front of your room. We need to look at it. Even if you have to do that, take a few 30 minutes in a day. When you come back from work, take a stroll, take a walk. Your body needs that exercise. And it's not only to lose weight, because a lot of people think I'm on slim side. Slim people drop dead. Things happen. So we need to make a conscious effort this year to physically, healthy physical action. 30 minutes every day or regularly every week, you realize that you'll be healthier. So if you cannot do any other thing, register in the gym. If you cannot do that, I don't think walking around in your neighborhood costs you any money. But some of us do not see it as important. It is very important, even more than money. Your health is more important because they say health is wealth. So that's number two. The first one is healthy diet. Second one is healthy physical activity. And like I said, it is not only exercise. You need to stand up, stretch, move around, do a lot of things, physically. Then the third one, for I know that some people say they do not do smoking. This is based on research, okay? So I'm talking to you about the 5 things based on research that have caused damage to our health and does not allow people to live long. Smoking, smoking, smoking. A lot of people that are smoking and are addicted. But let me tell you something. There's still some supplements because I'm in the wellness industry. And we have some people that are addicted to smoking, addicted to a lot of things, and there are some supplements that can help you that can help get over this addiction over a period of time. It is all in the mind. It is an addiction that you can overcome. The same way we go for therapy to overcome these things, you can also overcome smoking. And I know some people that say I don't smoke, but I just stay around them. You are in alienate. Okay, you are in alienate. Another thing I realize is that some of us almost all of us in this part of the world have generators. The smoke from the generator goes to your lungs and it goes into your tummy, and it goes into your body, and toxins begin to arise. Okay, so a lot of us, you don't have, even if you don't have generator in your house, your neighbors do. So all of us need to see how we can work on inhaling air pollution. You live around industrial estates where there's pollution and all that. You know, one thing I can say about that, because some people say, okay, what do I do about this? I cannot tell my neighbors not to put on their generator. I cannot tell them not to. So you still have to live with it. This thing, you can detoxify. You can decide that once in 6 months, I want to detoxify. Detoxify removes it's a form of removing toxins from your body, because all this pollution and all the bad things that we eat, they go into our body and they cause a lot of things. havoc. They are the ones that eventually become the cancer, become all the malfunctioning of cells in our body. But when you detoxify, you remove the toxins from your body. Okay, so today I'm talking about all these things. And some people, okay, some people say, okay, I cannot afford, you know, to detoxify, buying supplements, doing all this, going to all this. See, if you take 2 or 3 days to do fasting of fruits and vegetables alone, so you blend your fruits and your vegetables and you drink them for 2 to 3 days in a month, you are detoxifying yourself, and then it gets the toxins out of your body. If that is what you can do, that's fine. Aside that, you can also get some other supplements, that can help you out. But the fact that you don't want to do anything this year is not good enough. And like I said, the toxins build up. All the sicknesses build up over a period of time, and you do not even get to know until it now becomes overwhelming. Prevention is better than cure. We need to work on our health this year. Okay. So another thing is your BMI. BMI, that's body mass index. Some of us know what it is, some of us don't know what it is. After this session, please go ahead and do your research. Most of us have phones. Let's do a research. Our healthy body weight. Your BMI should be between 18.5 and 24.9. That means your weight and your height, what your body, that's what will help you. That's where the people that have extra weight comes in. We need to shed some of the weight that we have to be able to fit on the BMI. You can do your calculation. It's the weight on the length. Just go ahead and do the calculation and see if you are physically fit. Some people, they are upset when people say, you are obese and all that. But this year, don't even care about what people say. You need to be the one that will put yourself under that pressure to lose weight so that you can fit into a healthy BMI. I did the BMI thing in December, and it was just a little bit. I was just a little bit higher. And so when in January I took my supplement, detoxified, I also did fasting and all that. And before you know it, within my BMI. So I'm as healthy as I should be in every area because I try to do all this, and I cannot come here and tell you to do the things that I do not do. I'm also talking to myself. Okay, we need to watch our weight. A lot of people that have one thing or the other, they come to me. They wonder, how do I lose my weight? My doctor says we don't have to get to that. I remember that the weight thing, except those that are on the big side right from birth, the weight thing is as a result of all the things that we're eating. That the things that we put in our mouth, like we use our hand to buy those things, and we go ahead and take in poison into ourselves. So we need to make a conscious effort this year. And the last one is moderate alcohol. Moderate alcohol. For me, this area is it doesn't affect me because I don't take alcohol, But the same people that take sugary things is the same thing. We need to moderate what we take. If you are taking alcohol and you know that it affects you one way or the other, please reduce it. Reduce it. It's not even YEWANDE that is saying it now. Some people that are taking it know that what they are doing, that it affects them. Just like smokers are liable to die young, I'm sure it's written on the pack, and a lot of people are still smoking. So we need to watch it this year. We need to take less alcohol. We need to watch it. We need to be disciplined with our health. And this has nothing to do with whether you are fat or slim or tall. The death rate is on the increase, especially in low income areas. We need to work on ourselves. We need to be more disciplined with us, we and our family members, so that this year, as we work on our goals, as we try to reach our dreams, we don't reach it with a bad health, because we cannot afford to do that. So like I said, what are the things that we need to do? So please put in your question as a roundup. We need to eat healthy. You need to make conscious effort. So if I'm writing my list of the things I need to do, buy in the market, fruits must be there. They always say 1 apple a day keeps the doctors away. That's what they used to teach our children in the in school and all those things. But these things are very true. Even if it's apple, if it's fruit, you know. And I normally jokingly say that God put us, Adam and Eve, in the Garden of Eden. God planned garden for us to eat. So he knew what he was doing. But a lot of us don't even have any garden thing around us. Nothing green. It's like we are advanced to green things. We need to work on it. It's a deliberate effort. Some of us are not used to it. So you begin to put it on your put it in your diary. You need to put it as part of your list of the things you need to buy. You need to make a conscious effort to add greens of different colors into your food. The green, the more the colors, the better. The tomato, the green, the yellow, everything. Actually, I'm particular about kids because a lot of us, we eat junk and then we give our kids as well. And then by the time the kids are getting a bit older, they don't even get, there's some diseases when we're young that was meant for the old people. You understand? Maybe like stroke. You know, somebody that is 70 and but now you see a 37, 30 something year old person having stroke. And stroke is just, you know, when the blood flow, there's a cut short in the blood flow system, your blood flow, and you did not realize on time. So those that have high BP have tendency of having stroke. All you need to do is take more of omega-6, you know, fish oil that will clear out all those oil, and then it will, you know, all clot out all those cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and then you have good cholesterol. Because don't forget, you also need fat in your body to burn a lot of things, but good fat. We need to be more health conscious this year. We need to do more research. I know some people, money, money, money. You ask them, everything is about money. But this year, 2020, I am encouraging you to take your health seriously. And you can do that by eating healthy, by doing more physical, healthy activities, not smoking, taking less of alcohol, and watching your weight. Okay? I am encouraging all of us because like I said, I'm in the wellness industry and I see a lot. And a lot of things that we see, a lot of us can actually avoid it. Let me know if you have any question, you know. Even afterwards, if you are doing a replay, please put a replay and put in your question. I will gladly answer it. But I have a passion for this because people are just getting sick. I cannot overemphasize the healthy diet thing. For example, like I said, the frozen chicken, you know, all those things that came in, a lot of them are toxins to our body. I'd rather you take live chicken. Some people, it's even cheaper. So I'm talking to my Nigerian people. If you're outside, you know, it depends on what you have in your area. But it's even cheaper when you go for live chicken because some people say it's expensive. Living healthy, you know, prevention is much cheaper than cure. Because by the time you begin to say, okay, let's gather money and send somebody to another country for medical aid, we will not remember that there was a time, you know, you could have prevented this. So all of us, as we go in to this new year, I know that February is here and all that, but it's part of what came out. This topic is as a result of the questions I kept getting when some of my clients and some of my friends were doing their health goals. It is a deliberate thing we need to do. We need to be more disciplined this year in different areas, especially in what we put in our mouth. We need to be careful. All those that work night, especially my former colleagues that work 7 to 7, that do not have time to eat good food, do not have time to take a lot of water or stop even to take care of their health. And then you say that you're collapsing. We need to make a deliberate effort, even if you don't have time. Like the time we talked about time management last week, you can put this within your time limit. Put a check on it, put an alarm on it, put a reminder on it to take water, to take fruit, and you will see your skin will begin to glow. Your body will be more active. You know, it's like a dirty pipe that has a lot of blockage. You know, once you take all these things, it flushes them out. I know based on the research that happened, you know, the problem of this generation now is that instead of us to prevent it, we're now looking out for the solution for the diseases, spending money on the solution for the disease, which we could have prevented. And you can never know. Some of these diseases do not even have solution. So cleaning your hands, doing all this, we're hearing too many bad. Well, let me just say, I won't say bad news, concerning these various things, and we can work on ourselves. We can help each other. We can watch. We be our brother's keeper. You can get an accountability partner the same way you get accountability partner for finance, for all those other. You can get an accountability partner for your health. For me, 2 years ago, when I decided went on my health journey, I I I used to take drinks as well, fizzy drinks as well, a lot, even not as much as some people, but maybe like one or two in a week. But I just moved to juice. So fresh juice in a bottle, fresh juice, you blend it, and all that, so that you can replace. Because some people said I have sweet tooth, blend, begin to do smoothie. Make effort, make time. This is your body now. We pay money, we do our cars, every 3 months. A lot of people, we service our cars every time we do. We clean the house, we fumigate the house, we do a lot of things, but our own most important asset, we take it for granted. And then you say you have headache, you cannot sleep. It is based on what we are eating, not taking enough water. And please, let's inculcate supplements into ourselves. Vitamins and minerals. There's some calcium, vitamin D. All these things are very important for our health, our eyes, because as we grow older, a lot of the nutrients that we have and a lot of vitamins that we have in our body gets depleted. So when you take the supplement, it's like food. So I was talking to somebody saying, how do I take these drugs? I said, sorry, excuse me, they are not drugs, they are food. Because it's supplementing what you are eating, especially for those that eat junk. I say junk for fast food, for things that are clogging our body and causing toxins in our body. So I hope I have no body. I hope, because this is a very important thing that has been bothering me. I thank all those that come and join us. We are on Instagram Live and Facebook Live today, where I was able to do it and network fantastic. There's been no issue. So I encourage every one of us to eat right. Whether you are slim or tall or fat, the body, you will feel the difference. The body will thank you for it. And remember, we're getting older. So prevention is better than care. Like I said, all these things that I'm saying, a lot of us can even preach it more than I do. Because I have seen a lot of people that say, hey, one day I know this, I know this. So why are you not doing it? Just indiscipline. Just the fact that we cannot discipline ourselves. So I encourage you to discipline yourself this month, this year, and see the difference. Detoxify. Remove the toxins from your body. The fact when you see yourself being sluggish, not having so much energy, then there's a lot to remove from your body. Take a lot of water. But for those that take a lot of water, I always say, for example, you have a dirty plate, you can't use water to clean it. You also need to flush it out. Detoxify with you can detoxify, like I said, with fruit fasting, or you take supplement fasting. Any which way. My my prayer for you is that you'll be healthy this year, and so that we can go ahead and do great things financially, our network, our relationship, our spiritual life. We can go ahead and do those great things. But if we do not have it, if we do not have good health, then it will be a major issue, because even to pray will be a problem. Even to go and source for the money will be a problem. So let's not use our hand to buy problem this year. And if we have done that, we can as well take care of ourselves by detoxifying, take care of our health and all that. So I welcome questions from those that have questions. If you cannot, you can DM me personally. For those that already have one issue or the other, we can look at how you can change your health, change of your lifestyle can actually help you. A lot of operations, a lot of medical things that we are doing, we don't really have to. Because again, like we always say, most medicine has their side effects. But when you eat right, take the right fruit and vegetable, take the right nutrient and calcium, there's no limit. You can live as long as 120 if you wish. The Garden of Eden had a lot of fruits and vegetables. until we sin and God sent us out. So we can go back to it, That's by the side. I'm just saying, because I've already thought about it, so many things, even because I'm a Christian and biblically, you know, fruit and vegetable, very, very key and very important. You need to try it. If you need some suggestions for me, reach out to me. I can give you one or two suggestions on what the fruit and the and what you can take, the nuts you can take, the omega-3 you can take that can make you healthier. Okay, any question before I round up? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, my Instagram fans. Thank you for Facebook. We're getting better by the day. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your feedback. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming up to to I hope you've been able to get value from what I said today. Let's go to the month through the month of February, healthy, because health is wealth. When you have your health first, you know that every other thing comes first. I say God first, then your health before you even begin to take care of others. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful month ahead. Drop your questions. I'll come back and answer them one by one, or you can reach me personally. I'll be glad to help out. Have a lovely week. Bye. Thank you so much, Instagram fans.